Hello everyone, I am Mariel Artapadera, an Instructor 1 from Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, College of Education, Philippines. An educator, we need to be flexible at all times. So I am here to help you on how you will be able to deliver education to your students in this time of pandemic. So let's talk about blended learning and pedagogy. And then later, you will answer the question how you as a teacher will integrate blended learning in your own pedagogy or one's daily teaching. But first, let us define what is blended learning. According to Garrison and Vaughan, blended learning is simply the fusion of face-to-face and online learning experiences. But still, is it safe for the students to go outside and to have face-to-face session? Of course not. That's why we will be focusing on the third model of blended learning. That is the combination of asynchronous and synchronous activities. In this model, it is fully online, but may still be blended if it both incorporates synchronous learning and asynchronous activities. And in order to elaborate that, let us define the two. Synchronous activities. Synchronous learning can be created both in person and online. So what are the examples of this? First, you can have video conferencing, audio conferencing, and chat through a chat room or simply messenger. How about asynchronous activities? In here, students learn at their own pace and time from anywhere in the world, meaning there is no pressure on the side of the students because they can learn at their own convenience. So some example of these are, you can simply post a document or simply anything that can help the students in your Facebook page, and then send them modules through Gmail and find a learning management system that is most appropriate for them. So after knowing synchronous and asynchronous activities, so you are now ready for blending. And now, let's define lesson planning in blended learning. So lesson plan is the Bible of all teachers, right? In here, if you wish to integrate a specific learning, you need to revisit his or her lesson plan. So I have here 5 easy steps on how you're going to integrate blended learning in lesson planning. First, give the lesson a descriptive title. Simply, what is your topic? What are you going to teach? Number 2, create a list of the learning objectives. Simply, what is your learning targets? What do you want your students wish to demonstrate after each topic? And then the number 3, and the most significant, is you need to describe the synchronous activities that you will include in the lesson. And then you should also remember that you need to use technology tools that within the capability and the resources of your students. The number 4, and also an important step, you need to describe the asynchronous activities that you will include in the lesson. So simply, what are the page that the students can access easily? Is it an FB or a Gmail or both? Then for the last step, let's do the blending. So simply combine the synchronous and asynchronous activities. So just simply use the two and complement them. Then now, I know that some of you are still confused or have questions inside your mind. So I prepared a template for blended learning plan. So in here, you can see the lesson, the learning targets, the synchronous activities, and asynchronous activities, and the last one, the learning procedure. So let's apply that. For example, the title or the lesson is Steps in Scientific Method. Let us assume that that is your topic. However, you can still use any lesson or any topic. So then let us proceed on the learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, what your students should be able to. Example, enumerate the steps in scientific method and perform experiment following the scientific method. And then the combination of synchronous and asynchronous activities. Synchronous activities, the teacher will go live via Facebook or through YouTube demonstrating the steps in scientific method. Asynchronous activities, simply send learning modules afterwards through email or simply send it through Messenger. And then the learning procedures, watch the video through Facebook or YouTube, interpret the video individually. The teacher and the students will have in-depth discussion about the topic through chat. Students will answer activities given by the teacher through online platforms. Then, should always remember that education is power. Again, I am Mariel Artapadera, an Instructor 1 from Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology.